Gears. We all love them. We like to watch videos of them. They're pretty cool. And my favorite thing to do with them is make high ratio gearboxes. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take some gears, I'm going to make some reduction, put them together, and see how fast we can rotate these things. Hopefully we'll get a 1 to 256 ratio and be able to rotate that. And if we can do that, we're going to go pretty damn fast. This is a giant gear, 8 inches in diameter. This huge gear is going to run, and I'm going to spin it with a giant wheel, hopefully pedal it, and I'm going to see how fast of a gear ratio I can make before things just start breaking. So I got a large gear, large bevel gear, and a smaller one, and they combine together into a 1 to 4 ratio, perfect fit, perfect match. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attach a big pedal to this guy, giant pedal to this puppy. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach just a regular axle, a rod to this. And so what will happen is that I'll be able to use my hand or a foot and rotate this around, hopefully getting enough torque to spin this and spin a 1 to 256 gear ratio, because I want to try to see how fast I can spin a gear, and I want to try to get to 19,000 RPMs. That's the plan. It's probably not going to work. It's going to most likely stall because of the high torque required, but we're going to try it anyway. Alright, so I've got many different gears here, and they're all going to be used to build this gearbox. I've been printing these out over the course of the last week and a half, and today we're going to now build it. This is our first bevel gear, and we're going to combine it and connect it together with this lower bevel gear that's going to get a 1 to 4 ratio. So it's going to spin this guy once, and then this guy will spin 4 times, of course. And this is basically like a handle, and it'll be connected to a pedal, because if this thing is too hard for us to use with our hands, we're going to have to use our feet to try to pedal this thing to get that 1 to 256 ratio. So we're going to start by building that. First, we have the pedal, and what the pedal is going to do is it's going to connect to our bevel gear as such and stick in there. And there we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this rod right here, and we're going to attach this guy. And now, as you can see, we've got some basic rotation. But it's not perfect, and we need to kind of stick everything together. I'm probably going to have to shave down some of these edges. You might not be able to see because it's black, but I couldn't quite get all the supports off. So I'm probably gonna have to do that at some point. I can just use hot glue for everything to just stick them together. There's no reason to use like super glue. Hot glue will do just fine. So yeah, this is gonna be simple. I just hot glue the edges and stick them all together as such. All right, now it's not coming out anytime soon. That's exactly what we want to see. Perfect. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of this lubricant, put it on there just to make sure that it goes in correctly. You can just layer it on half of the rod. It doesn't really matter. Plop it in there, and now we've got a good rotation. Strong, fast, proper rotation. I'm going to have to print out another pedal because the other pedal is going to go on this tip right here of the rod. Okay, so that part's out of the way. Now it's time to start working on our gearbox, and this is where things are going to get a little difficult. So this is our base gearbox. It is a pretty easy gearbox. I had to drill bigger holes because I didn't quite get the ratio exactly correct. The rest of the holes are fine. For this, we're going to be using these gears. Now, this gear is going to be our attach gear. It's going to attach to this guy, and this is how we're going to get rotation into the box from outside of the box. These puppies are just other base gears that are going to increase the speed, and then we have small gears here, which we're going to use for rotation. Now, I had to build a bigger gear because, like I said, I didn't get it quite the same. So if you take a look side by side, one gear is a slightly bit larger than the other, and that's okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to take the gear and chuck it into the gearbox itself, line up the holes, and get our guy nice and tucked in there. And now when we spin this rod, we have gear rotation. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, look right there. Gear rotation, right in the box. Now we need to set up all our other gears, and we need to apply these rods inside. This is the harder part. We're going to need to hot glue some of these gears together. The rods are the hard part. Where do we hot glue the rods into? And, getting everything together is going to be the most difficult part of all. Ta-da! So the rods are going to have to move more in the corner. And now, if we just take a look at it, we can see that one rotates hell of a lot faster than the other. I don't know if you can see that. One rotates hell of a lot faster than the other one. That's exactly what we're looking for. So the gearbox is now complete. I can rotate this guy, and it rotates everything. I can even rotate this guy, just barely, occasionally. And it does go pretty fast. The issue is that I can't rotate the first one. There's too much friction on this device. That's what I know. Much too much friction. Now this can be partially solved by the means of lubricant, which is why I have lubricant here. We're going to see if that improves anything. But mainly the problem is that it's all plastic and it's all rubbing up against each other with insane amounts of friction. So we're just going to apply some lubricant on everything. Like a crap ton of lubricant. There we go. It's a lot easier now to rotate. So it's the friction that's the issue. There's too much of it. Much too much friction. See? Too much friction, too much. And there you have it. And there you have it. We have a basic understanding of a gearbox. And we're going to do a lot of tests with this to see how fast we can spin it, see if we can spin it at all, and see if we can finish it up by attaching this guy. And if it's done, this will give us a 1 to 256 ratio. And I'm going to do a lot of tweaking and work with it. And hopefully we're going to have a really nice looking gear box after this. It is it's pretty nice. Big fan of gears. Big fan of gears. Now be on the lookout soon because I'm going to be making another robot hand video shortly. Leave a like down below if you enjoy the video. Please subscribe if you have not done so yet. And I will see you guys next time.